Hello everyone, this is Gracie here. In this video, we will be discussing performance management decision making techniques chapter 2. So in that topic, we will be discussing about profit volume ratio. So in the previous topic, we have discussed about absorption costing and marginal costing, which are the techniques of cost a CVP, that is nothing but cost volume profit analysis. So now we will learn what are the formulas which is used to estimate the profit volume, volume and profit. So now let us get into the discussion of what is profit volume. So profit volume ratio, this is a useful guide in determining the profitability of the business. Profit volume ratio shows the relationship between contribution and sales and is usually expressed in percentage. The formula for computing profit volume ratio is given below. So these are the formulas which is used to calculate profit volume ratio. So first formula is profit volume ratio is equal to contribution divided by sales into 100. So these are the alternative formulas which is used. Why there are alternative formulas is, suppose in the question they will give you contribution and sales, then you can use this formula, the first formula. In the question they will not give you contribution, so they will give you sales variable cost, then you can use this formula, second formula. Then contribution is not given, variable cost is not given, then you can use if one of the items in this will be given. So sometimes when contribution is given, variable cost will not be given. When variable cost is given, fixed cost will not be given. So based on this, the calculation will be done. So our next fourth formula is change in profit divided by change in sales. So this formula is used when there are 2 years profit is given. So when 2 years profit is given, you need to find out profit volume ratio. So you will find out the difference, and that will be the change in profit of the 2 years. The difference you will be taking and using this formula. In the same way in sales also the difference will be taken and you will calculate this formula. So next is use of profit volume ratio. So the break-even point and variable cost can be easily computed with the help of profit volume ratio. So as we have already discussed, what is break-even point? Where there is no profit, there is no loss. The cost price is equal to, there will be no profit, there will be no loss. What you have invested, you will get the same thing back. So that is the situation. So in that situation, that situation is called as break-even point. So profit volume ratio, the break-even point and variable cost can be easily computed with the help of profit volume ratio. So you can find out at which point, or producing so many units at this point will not give you profit and will not give you either profit, or it will not lead you in the loss position. So based on that, you will produce excess. So if you are producing 10,000 units, you will calculate break-even point. You in that break-even point, it will show that if you are producing break-even point units will be shown. So the break-even point units, according to the formula, you will be getting 11,000 units. So if the 11,000 units is the break-even point, that means more than 11,000 units if you produce, you will get, there is chance of getting profit. If you are reducing less than 11,000 units, that is you have decided to produce how many units, 10,000 units. So if you are producing less than this 11,000 units, you will be incurring loss. So this break-even point will give you an idea how many units to produce and how much to where to reduce. So now by this profit volume ratio will help you to easily find out break-even point and variable cost. The margin of safety can also be calculated with the help of this ratio. So I will explain you what is margin of safety in the coming slides. It is also used to ascertain the sales to attain the desired profit. Yes. So when you are calculating using this formula, you will learn all this. That is, you will learn what is margin of safety. You will learn for this profit how much sales you are supposed to make. That is what is explained in this third point. It is also used to ascertain the sales to attain the desired profit. That is, if you want to get 20,000 as profit, how much sales you are supposed to make. So that can be ascertained. Then the fourth point is, this ratio also helps in ascertaining the profit at any given amount of sales. The following formula can be used to ascertain the sales or fixed cost or profit. So now these are the formulas which is used to find out either sales, profit or fixed cost. So sales value. So if the value is given, that if the amount is given for each item, then sales value formula will be used. Fixed cost plus profit divided by PV ratio. So as we discussed in the first slide, the PV ratio formula. So you need to use that formula to find out what is PV ratio. So suppose in the question they have not given you amount, they have given you in units, then sales unit formula will be used, that is fixed cost plus profit divided by contribution per unit. Next is contribution per unit is equal to selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. So how you're supposed to find contribution is selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. Now the next slide is how to improve profit volume ratio. Profit volume ratio can be improved if the contribution is increased, and this can be done by any of the following ways, that is reducing the variable cost, increasing the selling price, selling more profitable products where relative contribution is larger. So this is these are the what ideas how to improve the profit volume ratio. So if you want to increase the profit volume ratio, that is if you want to increase your profit, then you need to reduce the variable cost. So you should make sure that your variable cost is less, or you should increase the selling price, or selling more profitable products where relative contribution is larger. So where you sell more profitable products where the relative contribution is larger, where the profit contribution what you get will be large for it. Next, what is contribution? The difference between the selling price and the variable cost is known as contribution. In other words, it is the excess of selling price over variable cost. Yes, when you minus selling from the selling price your variable cost, you get contribution. So when it is excess, only when your selling price is excess you will get contribution. Yes, the positive answer. If your selling price is less than your variable cost, then it is a loss. There it will not always be like that. Selling price will be more than your variable cost, so that difference is called as contribution. So selling price minus variable cost will give you your contribution. So the formula is contribution is equal to sales minus variable cost. Contribution is equal to fixed cost plus profit. Yes, you can either find contribution by fixed cost plus profit. As you know the step, sales minus variable cost will give you contribution. Contribution minus fixed cost will give you profit. So if you go in reverse order, you will adopt this formula. So if you add profit and fixed cost, it will tell you how much is contribution. You will, if you minus sales and variable cost, you will get your contribution. So you need to know these formulas to solve the problems. So the next slide is contribution is sales into profit volume ratio. Yes, if you have sales and if you have calculated profit volume ratio, then you can find out your contribution by sales into profit volume ratio. So next we will be discussing uses of contribution. So the contribution margin is of a considerable help in accepting or rejecting a new order. So looking into the contribution, that is sales minus variable cost, you will know whether that producing that particular product or that particular project will generate income or no. So based on that you will accept or reject the new order. Next, it also helps in selection of product mix. Yes, as I've told, the number of units or based on the project, it will help you to select the product mix. So we have already solved problems related to it in your previous videos, list of videos under this cost volume profit analysis. Cost volume profit analysis, I'm sorry, not in the cost volume profit analysis, in the decision making techniques, that is relevant cost problems we would have solved. So that is nothing but product mix. The contribution margin is also used while choosing alternative methods of production. Yes, how many units to produce, with this producing so many units, will it generate profit to us? So it will help, contribution will also help us to choose which units will give us more or which number of units to be produced. So it will also help in production process. So next is we will get into break-even point. So break-even point is the point where the total cost is equal to total revenue. As I've told, cost will be equal to revenue. So you will not get any loss. What you have invested, you will be getting it back. So it is a point of no profit and no loss. So it is also known as the volume of operations where profit begins. The formula for computing break-even point is given below. So it is also the number of units you produce, where it will tell you if you increase the production from this units. So this is the point where your profit will begin. So if you produce from this units or more than this unit, you will get profit. So the formula for it is break-even point in units is equal to fixed cost divided divided by contribution per unit. If values are given, like if fixed cost amount is given, then break even point value formula will be fixed cost divided by profit volume ratio. So for this you need to find out profit volume ratio. The formula was discussed in the beginning of the video. Then break even point value is equal to fixed cost divided by contribution into sales. So any of these three formulas can be used based on the situation or based on the problem which is given. Next is margin of safety. So margin of safety, the excess of actual sales over break even point is called margin of safety. So the sales which is made more than the break even point units is called margin of safety. So it is the situation where you have produced more and you have escaped your loss situation. So as I've told, break even point is the units where you don't get profit and loss. So if you have produced more than the break even point units, then means you are in the margin of safety line. You have not gone under the loss situation by producing less than the break even point units. So 10,000 units, if you have got as break even point, using this formula, if you have got break even point 10,000 units, then you have produced by chance you have produced 20,000 units or 11,000 units, you are in the margin of safety line. If you produce the less than that, then you are in the loss stage. So a company choose sales volume is just equal to the break even point, is making no profit or no loss. So the margin of safety at break even point is therefore equal to 0. The formula for computing margin of safety is given below. Margin of safety is equal to actual sales minus break-even point. So the difference of sales and the break-even point will give you the margin of safety. So if sales is not given and break-even point is not given in the formula, then you should use the formula margin of safety is equal to profit divided by profit volume ratio. So looking into this formula, you will not have a clear picture how is this formula used. So please buy out these formulas to make sure that when you solve the problems, it will be simple for you. So how to improve margin of safety? The following steps may be taken to improve unsatisfactory margin of safety. The first one is control and reduce fixed costs. So if you reduce your fixed costs, you can improve your margin of safety. Then control and reduce variable cost. Yes, variable cost also should be controlled. So only if you control your cost, you will have a chance of earning profit. Next, increase the selling price, increase the sales volume, improve contribution by changing the sales mix. So you need to improve the contribution by changing the sales mix, finding out how many units, by producing how many units, or selecting the number of units which is to be produced, only then the contribution will increase. So based on that sales mix, you will be producing the units. So this is how you can improve your margin of safety. So now after this, we will be discussing problems related to PV ratio, break-even point, margin of safety and contribution. So now let us get into the problem. So illustration 4, company A and company B, both under the same management, make and sell same type of product. Their budgeted profit and loss for half year ending 30th June 2017 are as follows. So particulars, company A, company B, they have given sales, variable cost, fixed cost and profit. Then you are required to calculate profit volume ratio of each, break-even point of each, margin of safety of each, the sales volume at which each of the two companies will make a profit of rupees 10,000. So they have asked, if the companies make 10,000 profit, what should be their sales? So we will calculate that also here. Then which company makes more profit in case of heavy demand for products, low demand for products? So all these 5 questions will be answered now. So let us get into the solution. So now is first one is profit volume ratio. So as we have discussed the formula for profit volume ratio. So what will be the formula for profit volume ratio is, here we have profit volume ratio, contribution divided by sales. So these are the 4 formulas. So among this, which we are going to use? So here, do we have contribution? Yes, we can find out the contribution, sales minus variable cost, divided by what is the formula showing us. So sales contribution divided by sales into 100, or sales minus variable cost divided by sales into 100. Any of this is possible. So we will do the calculation. So now first is profit volume ratio, sales minus variable cost into 100 divided by sales. So for company A, what is the sales? Sales is 3 lakh. What is the variable cost? 2,40,000. So 3 lakhs minus 2,40,000 divided by sales. Sales for A is 3 lakh.
So into 100, which will give us 3 lakh minus 2 lakh 40,000, which will give us 60,000 divided by 3 lakh into 100, which will give us 20% is the PV ratio. The same thing will be applicable for company B. Company B sales is 3 lakh and variable cost is 2 lakh. So sales minus variable cost, that is 3 lakh minus 2 lakh divided by sales, which is 3 lakh into 100. So 3 lakh minus 2 lakh divided by 3 lakh into 100 will give you 1 lakh divided by 3 lakh into 100, which is 33.33 percentage. Then in the question they have asked us to calculate break-even point. So now we need to know what is the break-even point formula. So as all values are given here, not units. So break-even point, we have two formulas where to calculate values as well as units. So we have two formulas for values: fixed cost divided by PV ratio or fixed cost divided by contribution into sales. So here I think it's better to select formula 2, where fixed cost divided by profit volume ratio. We have already calculated PV ratio and we know the fixed cost. So it is direct, it is easy to take this formula. So let us take fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So fixed break-even point value formula is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. For break-even point for A company is 30,000 divided by 20 into 100. So that is nothing but 20%. We can take it as divided by 20 into 100, which will give us 1,50,000. Next, break-even point for B. So where fixed cost is how much? Fixed cost for B is 70,000. So divided by PV ratio, how much you have got? 33.33. So 70,000 divided by 33.33 into 100 will give us 2,10,000. So next they have asked us to calculate margin of safety. So what is the formula for margin of safety? So for margin of safety, there are two formulas: actual sales minus break-even point. So as we have already calculated break-even point and we know what is the actual sales, we can use the first formula. Or they have also given in the question profit, and we have already calculated profit volume ratio, which is simple for you. You can take. So here we have taken profit divided by PV ratio. You can use the first formula as well as the second formula. You will get the same answer. So for A, profit is 30,000. How did you get this 30,000? For A, profit is 30,000, and for B also it is 30,000. So 30,000 divided by PV ratio, what you have got from this calculation: for A 20% and for B it is 33.33%. So 30,000 divided by 20 into 100 will give you 1,50,000, and for B 30,000 divided by 3.33 into 100 will give you 90,000. Next question what they have asked us to calculate is the sales volume. So we need to find out what is the sales volume if two companies will make a profit of 10,000. So if they're making a profit of 10,000, what will be the sales volume? So sales to earn profit of 10,000. So sales is equal to fixed cost plus profit divided by PV ratio. This formula is also there in the explanation. So this formula exists here. So sales, to find out in units, there's one formula. If values are given, there is one formula to be used. So as it is values, we will take this formula: fixed cost plus profit divided by profit volume ratio. So now when we are using this in the calculation, fixed cost is given in the problem for A, profit is also given in the problem. So profit, we need to take what is the profit the company is expecting. That is in the question what they have asked. So there are two profit which is given in the question at the initial stage, which is 30,000 for each, and here they have given if 10,000 is the profit, what should be their sales they have asked. So we will consider the profit to be 10,000. So the sales formula: fixed cost plus profit divided by PV ratio. As we know the fixed cost for the problem, which is for A it is 30,000, for B it is 70,000. So 30,000 plus profit, which we are expecting, is 10,000, divided by PV ratio for A is 20%. So we are taking 20, so we will multiply by 100, or 20% directly you can take here. So 20 into 100 will give us 2 lakhs. So please remember, when using the formula, the formula will only be fixed cost plus profit divided by PV ratio. So PV ratio, there is no into 100 here. Why are you using into 100 here? Is because it is 20%. So they have divided by 20 into 100, they have multiplied. So don't get confused. Sometimes in the formula there is 100. That is different formulas where you use. So in that case, if you're using that formula, you should be careful. There is no into 100 in some formulas. So here for PV ratio, we will be taking into 100 because it is a percentage. So we will be taking it. So as you're using calculator, you can directly divide by 20%, you will get the answer. So now 30,000 plus 10,000 divided by 20 into 100 will give you 2 lakh. Now for B, the profit fixed cost is 70,000 plus profit what we are expecting is 10,000. So divided by PV ratio, which is 33.33% or into 100 will give you 2 lakh 40,000. So this is your sales what you are supposed to earn for the profit 10,000. Then they have asked which company makes more profit in case of heavy demand of products and low demand of products. So in case of heavy demand for products, company B makes more profit because its PV ratio is greater than that of company A. Yes, if the PV ratio is greater than, so looking into the PV ratio, we will come to a conclusion that company B will make more profit uh, because its PV ratio is greater than of company A. So in case of heavy demand for product, company B will be selected. In case of low demand for product, company A will make more profit because it reaches break-even point sooner when compared to company B. So if you look into the PV ratio, A will be having more PV ratio, that is the profit percent, I'm sorry, B's profit percentage is more, which is more than A, which is 33.33%. So when there is more demand, then company B is better to select. But if you look into the break-even point, when there is low demand, if you look into the break-even point, company A make sure that if your sales is reaching 1,50,000, then you can then your then that is the stage where you will get profit equal to your profit equal to your cost. So you can reach your profits at the initial stage itself, because for company B the sales should be 2,10,000, only then they will earn profit. So to reach 2,10,000 is quicker, or to reach sales of 1,50,000 is quicker. So it's obviously reaching 1,50,000 is quick. So if there is low demand, it is better to select company A. If there is high demand, the profit for B is more, so it is better to select B. So next problem, what are we going to discuss is illustration 5. The sales and profit during 2 years were as follows. So here sales for 2 years is given. So you will use one different formula here. So 2016 sales profit is given. So you are required to calculate PV ratio, fixed cost, break-even point, the sales required to earn profit of 40,000, the profit made when sales are rupees 2,50,000, margin of safety at a profit of rupees 50,000, variable cost of 2 period is required to be ascertained. So now let us get into the calculation. So first, profit volume ratio. So as I have told you, there is change in the formula. So what is the change is, here I have already told, change in profit divided by change in sales into 100. When will you use this formula? When 2 years profit and sales is given, you will be using this formula. So this problem has given us that opportunity to use. As they have given 2 years sales and profit, we will use that formula here. So PV ratio is equal to change in profit divided by change in sales into 100. So what is the change in profit? 20,000 minus 25,000, which will give you 5,000. Then change in sales. What is the sales for 2016 and 2017? 1,70,000 for 2017 minus 1,50,000. So the difference will be 20,000 into 100, which will give us 25%. So PV ratio is 25% for the which is an average for both the years. Next, they have asked us to calculate fixed cost. So to calculate fixed cost, we have a formula where any of the formulas can be used. So you can select formulas like sales can be used where you have fixed cost in it, and you can find out fixed cost. So in this problem, they've given us sales. Yes, they have given us sales. So we will be taking sales of any year can be taken here. You can take 2016, 2017, you will get the same answer. So 1,50,000 we will take for 2016. 1,50,000 is the sales. Fixed cost is not to be found. Profit for that particular year is 20,000. So profit, fixed cost plus profit divided by PV ratio, which I've already found 25%. So you can take 25% directly. So 25% of it. So fixed cost. So now we will have the calculation here. So 1,50,000. So we will be taking fixed cost out here, and 1,50,000. So we will cross multiply here. 1,50,000 into 0.25, which will give us fixed cost plus 20,000. So now 1,50,000 into 0.25. will give us 30 37,500. So this 20,000 will be brought here. So 37,500 minus 20,000, which will give us 17,500. So your fixed cost is 17,500. Next, they have asked us to calculate break-even point. So while calculating break-even point, fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So fixed cost is already found, 17,500 divided by PV ratio, which is 25%. So as it is 25% into 100, so which will give us 70,000. Next question they have asked, if sales is what is the sales required to earn profit of 40,000? So we have already calculated in the previous problem. Sales is equal to fixed cost plus profit divided by PV ratio. Sales is equal to fixed cost, 17,500. Profit, for that particular year, any year's profit you can take. So you will be taking, I'm sorry, they have given the profit in the question, so 40,000 you will be taking. So fixed cost, which is 17,500 plus 40,000 is the profit you required, divided by 25 into 100 will give you sales of 2,30,000. So if your sales meets 2,30,000 rupees, then you will earn profit of 40,000. Next, they have asked in the question, the profit made when sales are rupees 2,50,000. So what will be the profit when sales is 2,50,000? So the previous question is, what will be the sales if the profit is 40,000? In this question, what will be the profit when sales is 2,50,000? So now sales is equal to is 2,50,000. So the same formula will be applicable. Sales is 2,50,000, fixed cost is 17,500. Then profit is to be found out. PV ratio is 25%. Then through cross multiplication, 2,50,000 into 25%, where you will be getting 17,000. One minute, 2,50,000 into 25%, which will give you 62,500. So now 62,500 is equal to 17,500 plus profit. So now 62,000, bring to one side all the like terms. So number 62,500 minus 17,500. So which will give you 45,000. So 45,000 will be your profit. So next what they have asked us to calculate is to calculate the margin of safety. So under this margin of safety at a profit of rupees 50,000. So what is the formula for margin of safety? So the formula for margin of safety is actual sales minus break-even point. Margin of safety divided is equal to profit divided by profit volume ratio. So we will check which formula is used here. So margin of safety is equal to profit divided by PV ratio. So what is the profit? So which is given in the question is margin of safety at a profit of 50,000. So 50,000 is the profit. What is the margin of safety? So profit is 50,000. PV ratio is 25%, which is 25 into 100, which will give us 2 lakh. So if your sales is 2 lakh, then you have crossed the break-even point. That is, you will get a profit where you are in the safer side. Next, they have asked us to calculate variable cost of 2 periods. So variable cost. So there is a formula to find out variable cost where contribution is equal to sales into PV ratio. So if you find out contribution, sales minus variable cost will give you contribution. So you can find out variable cost. So contribution is equal to sales is 1,50,000. Any 1 year sales can be taken. We will take 2016 and 2017 we will take. The variable cost for both will be different because sales is different and profit is different. So contribution is equal to sales for 2016 is 1,50,000 into 0.25 is the PV ratio, where you'll get contribution as 37,500. So contribution is equal to sales minus variable cost. So sales is minus variable cost. So we'll interchange as we are supposed to find out variable cost. We'll bring variable cost here and move contribution there. So contribution is a positive sign here. So when we move out, it becomes a negative sign. So variable cost is equal to sales minus variable contribution. So variable cost is equal to sales is 1,50,000 minus contribution. What you have got 37,500. So 1,50,000 minus 37,500, you will be getting 1,12,500. Then in the year 2017, contribution is equal to sales into PV ratio. So contribution is equal to how much? Contribution is equal to sales into PV ratio. So sales for 2017 is 1,70,000. So into 0.25 is the PV ratio. So which will give you contribution of 42,500. So contribution is equal to sales minus variable cost. So interchange the items as you're supposed to find out variable cost. So variable cost is equal to sales minus contribution. So variable cost, sales is 1,70,000 minus contribution 42,500, which will give you variable cost of 1,27,500. So this is the variable cost you have found out for 2 periods. So next is we will be uh, we will be calculating from the following particulars. Calculate break-even point. They have given us sales, variable cost, fixed overheads. Then they have given us three options where new break-even point if the selling price is reduced by 10%, new break-even point if variable cost is increased by 10%, then new break-even point if fixed cost is increased by 10%. So now break-even point formula is equal to fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Now first is if selling price is increased by selling price is reduced by 10%, what is the break even point? So to find out break even point, we have fixed cost in the question. We need to find out PV ratio. So let us find out PV ratio first. PV ratio is equal to sales minus variable cost into 100. So sales is 20 is 2 lakh minus variable cost is 1,20,000 divided by 2 lakh is sales into 100 will give you 40%. So next is break even point is equal to
So in this problem, first we will calculate the original break even point. So we will find out what is the original break even point, and then we will calculate all these three conditions which is given here. So first condition is the original PV ratio and break even point. So to calculate break even point, we want PV ratio. So sales minus variable PV ratio is equal to sales minus variable cost divided by sales into 100. So sales is 2 lakh, variable cost is 1,20,000 divided by sales, which is 2 lakh, into 100 will give us 40%. So now we have got PV ratio. We know the fixed cost, which is 30,000. So 30,000 divided by 40%, which will give us 70,000. Now the three conditions we will be working out. New break-even point if selling price is reduced by 10%. So if selling price is reduced by 10%, so how much is your selling price? 2 lakh in the question. If it is reduced by 10%, which will give you 2 lakh into 10% will give you 20,000. So 2 lakh minus 20,000 will give you 1,80,000. So now according to PV break-even point, first we need to find a PV ratio to find out break-even point. So because the break-even point formula is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So now first let us calculate new PV ratio, which is 1,80,000 is the sales, that is by reduced by 10% minus the cost minus the variable cost, which is 1,20,000 divided by sales, which is 1,80,000 into 100 will give you 33.33%. So now we will calculate break-even point. The break-even point formula is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Fixed cost is 30,000 divided by 33.33 into 100 will give you 90,000. So 90,000 is the break-even point if selling price is reduced by 10%. Next condition as per the question is find out the new break-even point when variable cost is increased by 10%. So when variable cost is increased by 10%, what will be the break-even point? So now first we will calculate what is the new variable cost as it is increased by 10%. According to the question, the variable cost is 1,20,000 into 10% of it will give you 12,000. So 1,20,000 plus 12,000 because it is increased. So you will get 1,32,000. So first we will find out PV ratio, where we will have sales minus variable cost divided by sales into 100. So sales is 2 lakh normal sales, as variable cost is increased by 10%, which will be 1,32,000 divided by sales 2 lakh into 100 will give you 34%. So now new break-even point is equal to 30,000 is the fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Fixed cost is 30,000 divided by PV ratio, which is 34 into 100, or you can calculate 0.34. So 30,000 divided by 0.34, which will give you 88,235. Next condition is new break-even point if fixed cost is increased by 10%. So now fixed cost is increased. So as per the question, what is your fixed cost, which is 30,000. So it is increased by 10%. What will be your break-even point? So now if it is increased by 10%, so 30,000 into 10% will give you 3,000. So 30,000 plus 3,000 will give you 33,000. So now to calculate the PV ratio, the formula is sales minus fixed cost divided by sales into 100. So sales is 2 lakh. 2 lakh minus sales to find out PV ratio, the formula is sales minus variable cost divided by 2 lakh. So which will be the same way, same ratio which we did initially, because there is no change in sales, or there is no change in variable cost. So the same percentage will be taken, which is 40%. So now 40% is their PV ratio. So new break-even point, fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Fixed cost what you have got here is, it is increased by 10%, which will give you 33,000. So divided by PV ratio 0.40, or 33,000 divided by 40 into 100. Anything of this is okay. Then you will get 33,000 divided by 0.40 will give you 82,500. So thank you everyone. The other problems will be discussed in the next video.